Welcome back. You're watching Midcap Radar on CNBC-TV18. I'd just like to highlight a few stocks for you all. Some of these counters have hit an all-time high. This includes BEL, from the defense space. That stock has again roared back into action today. APL Apollo is the other counter that has also managed to touch its all-time high. CEAT is another counter that is also a buzz in trade and has also managed to touch its all-time high. As far as some capital market plays are concerned, they also seem to be gathering momentum in trade today. Look at the moves on Motilal Oswal. That stock is seeing a very strong uptick. As far as GM Financial is concerned, that also stock is trading higher, and so is Angel One. But let's also speak about some digital platforms. PhonePe is the one that is in focus. Will they or won't they? That's the question on everyone's mind as the digital payment firm PhonePe eyes the D-Street repute. CNBC TV18's Shireen Bhan spoke to Samir Nigam, the founder and CEO, and Rahul Chari, the Chief Technology Officer at PhonePe on IPO plans. Listen in.
You on stage in August of 2024 said that I want to have the ability to look somebody in the eye and say that I have a clear path to profitability before I can say that I will IPO. Can you look me in the eye and tell me what's changed today? What gives you the confidence of wanting to go for an IPO today?
I'm not sure I said exactly that, but...
Paraphrasing, but broadly that.
I think the profitability part of it, we shared our annual report for FY24 already, and we were adjusted PAT positive for the first time, so I'm very happy about that. I think directionally too, I think the company's at a stage where I feel like the core payments business, consumer and merchant combined, is at a stage of maturity and market leadership where we should, hopefully from here, remain sort of very, very stable and hopefully quite profitable in years to come. Conditioned well enough to say without setting any targets or goals. I think it's the right time. I think the business is in a good place, the org is in a good place, the sector is in a good place. Payments is still growing very rapidly. So if you're a market leader in a growth sector, I think it's a good time.
So Rahul, did the two of you sit and have a conversation about it makes sense to do it now? This is the right time, this is the moment, and we should go all in?
Oh yeah, we have a conversation about everything. I think we have more conversations with each other than our wives.
Well, you've known each other longer than you've known your wives, so it kind of makes sense.
That is true. No, we did have a conversation. I think like Samir mentioned, just given the current state of the org and the business, specifically on the core offering that is payments, given how exciting financial services and payments in India is, and the fact that we also have a few new businesses that we are diversifying into, we felt that this is the right time where the core business on the path to profitability, being able to actually nurture new businesses, is the right time to take PhonePe to the public markets. It is also a reflection of our maturity as a company from a compliance and governance perspective, that we are ready to actually take on this larger role. So yeah, we did have the discussion and felt that it's perfectly the right time to actually push forward.
I think we knew that we'd want to actually eventually list
because
a few years back, because we moved to India with that whole view.
Exactly. I mean, to pay a hefty bill of 8,000 crore rupees to reverse flip and move back to India, I would imagine had its roots in this eventual decision, right?
Of course.
I think directionally, if the right answer for a business like ours is to list, then this is the right market. I mean, I think we're very proud of the fact that we are a household name or brand in the country today. It doesn't make sense to list anywhere else. So I think the reverse flipping was a precursor towards an eventual listing someday.
But, I want to understand for the two of you, what's the motivation to list? I mean, we've had this conversation with several founders. Some have decided to go the IPO route and some have decided not to go the IPO route.
Sure.
Another one of your peers next door, Zerodha, choosing not to go down the IPO route, even though that is a very real possibility for them. What is the motivation to IPO, besides, of course, providing exits to whoever would want an exit?
So I think that last part is a big motivation for companies like ours that actually have outside investors. So Zerodha is a good example where they're wildly profitable and the family owns the entire company. So I think they can get the liquidity that they desire through dividends but more importantly, they can keep investing in the future of that company also through their bottom line. We took a path which is, well, the sort of tried and tested path of getting outside in capital.
Yeah.
And it's also a very fiercely competitive market when you're actually trying to build on microtransactions at population scale. So we needed that capital. We didn't have it. So I think in this case, you have to have a steady liquidity environment, not just for us, employees, shareholders, current and future. I think that's one part of it. We're blessed. We don't have a rush on that front. We have the money to invest in all the businesses that we need to. We have really good investors, both. I think for us, it's more the nature of our business. We're just so heavily regulated across all the financial regulators now.
Yes.
Wanting to operate not just in payments but in other sectors also at population scale. I think the governance the stamp that comes with public governance standards is a higher order stamp than being privately governed.
Well, that was a very interesting conversation our Managing Director Shireen Ban had with the founders of PhonePe. All eyes now on the likely listing of that particular company. But we'll now slip into a short break. We'll get you more on the markets and stock-specific action on the other side. Stay tuned.
CNBC as well.